Most of what you've been told about the law of attraction has been incomplete. They only told you to wish for what you want, but no one showed you how to convince the immense power within you, your subconscious mind. In this video, we're going to fill in that missing piece. I'll show you how to harness the power of your subconscious, because once your subconscious believes in your desire, everything begins to shift. This is the real secret behind the law of attraction. If you're ready, let's begin, because you're about to take back the steering wheel of your life. Part 1. The invisible programmer that writes your destiny. There are two versions of you that control your life. The first one is the version listening to me right now. It's your conscious mind, the one that dreams, plans, and makes decisions. You're the captain standing at the helm, giving orders to change course. You want to sail to a richer harbor or a happier island. But there's also a second version of you, the one deep in the engine room of the ship, silent, unseen, but powering everything. That is your subconscious. You consciously give the command, I want to be wealthy. But the unseen programmer below deck still runs on old scripts written long ago. Maybe it's the belief you heard as a child, money is hard to earn, or people like us never get rich. So no matter how hard you try to steer toward wealth, that hidden programmer keeps pulling you back toward the familiar port of scarcity and struggle. And then you wonder, why am I not moving forward? Psychologist Carl Jung, one of the greatest minds of the 20th century, explained it perfectly. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life, and you will call it fate. Yes, what you call destiny is often just a reflection of the hidden programming within. Your fate lies in the hands of your subconscious. It stores your beliefs, your fears, your habits, and your deepest assumptions, and its influence is far greater than that of your conscious mind. You can't defeat it by sheer willpower. It would be like an ant trying to fight an elephant. So, how do you win this battle? By not fighting. Instead, you learn to speak its language. You stop treating it like an enemy and start treating it like a partner. Because the subconscious isn't working against you. It's just repeating outdated instructions designed to protect you. Your mission is to feed it new instructions, to guide it toward a different goal and a new destination. But how did those old limiting beliefs even get there in the first place? And more importantly, how do you recognize this silent saboteur and reprogram it? Now we reach the most critical part, because I'm about to hand you the key to transform that inner programmer. Part 2. Let me now reveal a hidden truth about that invisible programmer, your subconscious mind. It's not your enemy. It's not a traitor. It's actually your protector, a loyal guardian sworn to keep you safe. But here's the problem. That guardian received its instructions when you were still a child, a time when you barely understood how the world works. Think about it. You were just a little kid. Maybe one day you ran to your father to share a dream filled with excitement, but he was tired and snapped, "Stop talking nonsense, we don't have time for that." At that moment, the inner guardian took note. Dreaming's dangerous. It leads to disappointment. So it programmed you. Avoid dreams, stay realistic. Or perhaps you made a mistake at school and your teacher scolded you in front of everyone. You felt embarrassed, ashamed, and the guardian recorded another command. Mistakes bring pain. Avoid taking risks. Stay safe. Maybe you grew up in a household where money was always a source of conflict. You heard constant arguments about bills, always hearing, "There's never enough." And the guardian, again, wrote a command. Money causes stress. Money leads to fights. Stay away from it. It's not meant for us. See, these beliefs that now hold you back, they were never really your choices. They were early survival scripts written to shield you from pain and fear. Your subconscious is just trying to protect you. It fears that if you get rich, you'll end up fighting like your parents. It worries that if you try something new, you'll fail and be humiliated. That's why willpower alone is never enough, because every time you try to step into the unknown, that inner guard sounds the alarm. Danger, turn back. And suddenly, you're pulled back into your old, familiar, yet unfulfilling life. So, what do? How do we retrain this well-meaning but misinformed guardian? How do we start a conversation with it? Here's where most people go wrong. You try to reason with it. You say, this new business will be profitable, or this relationship will make me happy. But it doesn't understand logic or words. Just like Carl Jung explained, the subconscious doesn't speak the language of reason. It speaks in a completely different code, the language of emotions, images, and symbols. Your rational thoughts, that's a foreign language to your inner mind. So the real question is, what is the language it understands? How do you get this powerful, loyal, yet misprogrammed guardian on your side? Now is the moment to learn one of the most effective subconscious reprogramming techniques. Now you will discover how to speak its language. Part 3. The language of the subconscious, emotions and visuals. There are 2 core rules when it comes to communicating with your subconscious. Once you start living by these 2 principles, manifestation and the law of attraction, will no longer feel like a mystery. They'll become second nature. Rule 1. Your subconscious doesn't understand words. It understands images. Rule 2. Your subconscious doesn't respond to logic. It responds to emotion. That's it. It's that simple. Images and emotions. That's the language it speaks. Now think about what you're doing. You stand in front of the mirror, repeating over and over, I am rich, I am rich. But this is like yelling in Turkish to someone who doesn't understand the language. No matter how loud you are, they won't get the message. You're just exhausting yourself. Words can't get past the gatekeeper of your subconscious. Because to you, the word rich is just a positive affirmation. But to your subconscious, that word is tied to childhood memories, arguments, financial stress, and lack. So when you say rich, your subconscious hears danger. It pulls the emergency brake. So it's time to change the approach. Don't try to tell it with words. Show it with a mental movie. Whatever it is you want to attract into your life, visualize it as if it has already happened. This is the power of visualization. Don't just say, I want to be wealthy. See the moment when you log into your bank account and the numbers reflect your dream balance. Imagine your reaction, the smile that spreads across your face, the way your heart races. Feel the relief as if years of pressure have finally lifted from your shoulders. Want that dream home? Picture yourself opening the front door. Feel your hand on the doorknob. Smell the scent of fresh paint and new furniture. Feel the sunlight warming your face through the windows. Hear your footsteps echo across the wooden floors. That's the language your subconscious understands. Vivid sensory images. But there's one more thing it needs. Fuel, emotion. And not just any emotion. The most powerful one for creation is gratitude. Feel thankful as if it's already yours. Feel it like it's already happened. The money has arrived. You've moved into the house. You're in the loving relationship. That deep emotion of gratitude is the most powerful signal you can send to your subconscious. It tells the inner guardian, hey, everything is fine now. This new reality is safe. We no longer need those old fears. This is our new truth. Carl Jung dedicated his life to understanding the inner symbols and emotional language of the mind. He knew that real transformation doesn't happen through words. It happens through powerful images infused with emotion. So, when should you play this mental movie in your mind? Is any time of day equally effective? No. Not every moment of the day is equally powerful. There's a magical window of time when the door to your subconscious opens wide. It's when your inner guard is the most drowsy, its defenses are down, and it becomes easiest to whisper in new commands and beliefs. Part 4. The twilight state of your mind. That magical 5 minutes right before you fall asleep. Earlier, I told you there's a secret doorway into your subconscious. That doorway opens twice every single day, right before you drift off to sleep, and in those hazy moments just as you're waking up. Science calls these the alpha and theta brainwave states, but forget the technical jargon. Here's what really matters. This is when your conscious mind, the part of you that analyzes, worries, and talks nonstop, begins to fall asleep. And in that moment, the subconscious doors swing wide open. The inner guardian is drowsy. The critical filter is offline. And this is the perfect moment to plant new seeds. But most people, without realizing it, do the opposite. They go to bed with their minds full of stress, debt, conflict, and fear, and unknowingly, they plant those very things into their most fertile mental soil. Then they wonder why the same problems keep showing up day after day. You're poisoning your own garden without even knowing it. But not tonight. Tonight, things change. From now on, those last 5 minutes before you sleep will become sacred. Put your phone away. Turn off the noise of the world. Leave the day's problems outside your bedroom door. Lie down and start the mental movie we talked about earlier. But don't just watch the movie, step into it. Be the main character living that dream life. See what you want to see, hear what you want to hear, and most importantly, feel what you want to feel. Feel the freedom and security that money brings. Feel the love and peace of a fulfilling relationship. Feel the energy and health pulsing through your strong body. And infuse it all with the most powerful emotion of all, gratitude. Fall asleep with a heart full of thankfulness, as if it's already yours. Thank you, because my life is amazing. Thank you, because everything is working out. Thank you, because I already have everything I desire. This feeling becomes the clearest message your subconscious can receive. And throughout the night, it starts working on this new instruction. It begins erasing the outdated fear-based programs and installs the new empowering beliefs that you planted. This isn't a one-time trick, it's a habit, a ritual. Like a gardener tending to their soil, you must keep planting every night, patiently and with faith. Carl Jung once said, "Until you face your own darkness, you will project it onto others." This practice helps you face your inner shadows, fear, lack, unworthiness, and replace them with light, the feeling of your desired reality. This process is known as sleep state programming, one of the simplest, most effective, and most scientifically backed techniques for accessing the power of your subconscious. But sometimes old beliefs run deep. And for those, So what's the ultimate method? The one powerful enough to dissolve even the most stubborn, rusted mental patterns and convince your subconscious without a shred of doubt? We've now reached the final phase, Part 5, Creating Proof, the Power of Small Wins. Up until now, you've shown your subconscious a new vision and charged it with strong emotion. But sometimes that skeptical voice whispers, "This isn't real, you're just pretending." Because the subconscious mind craves tangible evidence. It relies on real-world references to believe something is possible. That's why you need to feed it proof. Little pieces of reality that say, "See, it's happening." Set small, achievable goals that act as evidence checkpoints. Let's say your big goal is to earn an extra $1,000 a month. Right now, that might feel like a too leap for your subconscious. The inner gatekeeper kicks in. No way, that's impossible. So shrink the goal. This week, aim to earn just $10 more. Ask yourself, how could I make that happen? Maybe you sell something you don't use anymore. Maybe you take on a quick freelance task, or you offer a small service using your skills. Set the intention. Then, before falling asleep, imagine that you've already earned that $10. Feel the pride, the confidence, the self-worth that comes with it. Then go take action. When you achieve that goal, even something as small as $10, that's when the magic happens. You're not just making money, you're sending a powerful message to your subconscious. Look, I did it. It's real. I can create income. That small success creates a crack in the "I can't" story that's been running in your mind. Then build on it. Raise the goal, $25, then $50, then $100. Each little victory is a beam of light breaking through that crack. Every win chips away at resistance and builds belief. I'm capable. I'm worthy. I can succeed. Don't try to leap to your dream in one giant jump. Climb the ladder one step at a time. Each step strengthens your faith in the next one. Remember, manifesting your dream life isn't a sprint. It's a marathon. It's not overnight magic. It's intentional creation. To recap, understand your subconscious. It's not your enemy. It's an old program designed to protect you. Speak its language, not logic, but vivid mental images charged with strong emotion. Use the last 5 minutes before sleep as a sacred space to replay your vision with gratitude. And most importantly, give it real-world proof. Build your belief through small wins, proof that what you dream of is truly possible. This is the 4-step path to convince your subconscious and take back control of your life. Whether you call it the law of attraction, affirmations, or manifestation, it all comes down to this same core principle. As Carl Jung once said, "Who looks outside dreams, who looks inside awakens." Today, you looked within, and this is just the beginning of your awakening. Start applying these steps. Be patient. Watch how your life begins to shift moment by moment in ways that feel almost magical. Those invisible walls, one by one, they will fall. And you'll realize there are no dreams too far, no goals too high. Because the power you've been seeking, it was never outside of you. It's always been within. You just didn't know how to access it. Now you do. That's the secret. That's the key. The rest of the journey, that's yours. And I ask just one thing from you tonight. When you lay down to sleep, don't fill your mind with fear or worry. Let them go. And instead, do this. Fall asleep with deep gratitude, as if everything you've ever wanted is already yours, and softly whisper to yourself, "Thank you, because my life is beautiful. Thank you, because everything is working out. Thank you, because I already have everything I desire." Sleep with that feeling. Wake up with that truth. And let me say thank you for staying till the end, for giving yourself this gift. Know this, everything I've shared here, including this nightly ritual, is something I personally practice. Because I know the biggest transformations begin with the quietest words we whisper to ourselves. And remember, I'll always be here creating these videos, so you can rise and shine with your light. See you in the next one. Take care of yourself.